Do you make well-planned and thought-out purchases? Are you really in control of your money, or are there other factors at play? Hey, I'm Dr. Ocean Astor. I work in the field of behavioral economics, which is a combination of psychology and standard economics. Behavioral economics explains the whens and whys of irrational human behavior, the secrets which the marketing world takes full advantage of. It was in fact the founding behavioral economists who challenged the traditional way of approaching economics, such as Richard Thaler, who brought to light some key concepts in human behavior. It's incredibly useful for everyone to know, especially teens and young adults who don't have much experience managing their money spending habits. Let's walk through some basics using this great acronym, MindSpace. The key is to understand the mind of marketers. First off, the messenger. The party delivering a message can be just as influential as the message itself. Similar to checking the credibility of a news article, it is important for consumers to think about the intentions of individuals promoting information. Furthermore, how is incentive being employed? For example, humans are intrinsically motivated by loss aversion, which is our innate priority to evade the pain of losing over the pleasure of gaining. Otherwise, status quo bias is the tendency to stay inert if the incentive to change behavior is not great enough. Another influence in money spending is a norm. Ones like market norms dictate that payment is required for a good or service. And social information signaling norms have been found before to increase average donation amounts in fundraisers. Also, past research suggests that setting the default recommended configuration for products a specific way can maximize the number of features a customer chooses. That is, consumers must downgrade from a fully loaded model instead of upgrading and working up from a base. Have you ever fallen in that hole? What about purchasing an appliance that was said to be 99% reliable? The reason for the product being framed as a 99% success rather than a 1% failure is because it seems more noticeable and relevant when the positive information is emphasized. This is known as salience. So maybe you've heard about the psychology behind popcorn box sizes. Similarly, a numeric reference point set in your mind can influence your subsequent value perceptions. This is known as priming or anchoring. Now, the good or bad feelings that surface when we think of an object is the V-effect heuristic, which can lead to black and white thinking. This comes from the system of quick thinking that would apply when you're in a rush. Next, the C is for commitment. The human need for a continuous and consistent self-image. Of course, consumers will pay for things that align with this. Luckily though, inertia makes committing to a gradual savings plan much easier since you'd have to make the effort to opt out. And finally, consumers should think about the measures that have been taken to make products appealing, especially to the ego. Interestingly, overconfidence has been associated with excessive risk-taking. I think that's good to know. It's actually very beneficial for consumers to realize the ulterior motives and inner workings of the marketing world. The point isn't that everyone will try to manipulate your purchase decisions or trick you into buying things you'll regret later, but it's better to be able to catch those moments and take back control. By remembering MindSpace, you possess the power of your noggin. Congratulations!